Hello everyone and welcome to another FeedArmy video. My name is Emmanuel and today we will talk about a new feature Google has launched, which is the checkout links for demand gen ads. Previously this was available for Performance Max and standard shopping campaigns, but not for demand gen. So now in the US this is also available. And why is this useful? This is useful for items that don't require any special personalization or does not need any extra info before they buy it. Meaning that normally when you click on an ad, it goes directly to the product landing page and then they can see all the information on that page and then add to cart and then go to the checkout. Instead of all of those actions, what it does now is go directly to the checkout when you click on buy now. So that is very useful for products that don't need any extra information for the consumer to make a decision to buy from you. Of course, I recommend that you enable it and disable it for 30 days to check how the performance is between the two periods, because sometimes this might reduce your conversions rather than increase it, because consumers do not maybe understand fully what the buy now is, because then it bypasses the product landing page, and most merchants prefer to go to the product landing page to check and analyze all the information, such as reviews, the visual ads, the visual videos that you have on there, 3D images, and etc. So now this is available for demand gen ads in the US, and that is great. So if you've never enabled it before, what you need to do is go to Google Merchant Center, go to Business Info, and then scroll a little bit lower and you will see the checkout section, and then you can edit this here. What you will see here is to either don't include the cart or checkout, and then you can add here the link. This specific link is for Shopify specific, so that will not work for every e-commerce platform. You need to check with your developers what you need to include, but essentially what you want is the link itself to add it automatically into the basket, and that you are entering the cart or checkout. In this case, we will have example.com/cart/ and then the ID. The reason we have ID in curly brackets is because that will pull the ID from your data feed ID. So in this case, you need to have a Shopify specific ID, not the SKU. So in this case, for example, Shopify_US_parent ID_variant ID, and then you have the ID that it will pull out from there. So the specific variant ID, it will be pulled out, and then one indicating the quantity of items. Now you can also do this in feed rules or supplemental feeds, where you basically add. So if this is, for example, a supplemental feed, you will add the ID and then the checkout link template, and then you can add your custom URLs for the checkout here as well. And that is useful for then going directly to the checkout. And I'll now show you an example how that would work. So now that we're on the product landing page, this is just the product landing page, so nothing really happens just yet. But if we enter this URL, so then it's the same as the checkout link in the supplemental feed or in the settings within Google Merchant Center UI. Then if we enter this, what will happen is that it will automatically go to the checkout with the item already added. And that is basically how it works. Now this is of course a downside if you have personalized products. For example, if you offer optional personalization, for example, add a print to a t-shirt, then this of course will not work because you're directly added to the checkout. And that is why I mentioned test it before you use it. But I would definitely not recommend using it for personalized items, because it does not really work. Also for items that does require you to go to the product landing page to have a bit more brand authority, then that might also not work properly. So recommended is to test always what the results are. If you get more sales in the end, then that is what you should go for. And that is basically it. So of course, this was launched yesterday on the 24th of April, and it was on Performance Max, and now it is for demand gen that serve on YouTube in-stream inventory. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment downstairs. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.